Thank you, Lady Bernadetta. I will take my leave.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye! Finally. Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying. Please don't sneak up on me like that! That lady asked me to show her around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking. Oh yeah? How about when I first met you and I wouldn't come out of the corner, or even uncover my face? Actually, now that you mention it, it's funny. Once I started talking to you, I stopped feeling scared. I wonder why. You know, Professor, you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here, and I have no idea why. I'm happy about it too. When we first started out here, we had to do drills. Outside. I skipped those every chance I got. It's a terrible idea going out in the forest with all these people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I'm grateful for that. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here. Sorry. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm doing just fine. I feel safe here, thanks to you. What? You saw that? Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses the line, Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I've never been so humiliated. Useless, worthless, unmarriageable.
Professor! Hey, Professor, what's going on? A suspicious man? What do you think he's up to? Never mind that. Let's get him! Why not? We can figure out what he's up to after we capture him. My instincts tell me that he's up to no good, and my instincts are never wrong. Come on, let's get him before he has a chance to strike! Huh? Huh! It leads to the plaza where the kids play! There's no way I'm letting this guy get anywhere near those kids!
Caspar, why did you disobey your professor?
Well,
I am not seeking excuses from you. I asked because I want you to consider your actions and apologize for them. It just so happens that you were correct in your assumption that this man was a villain. If that were not so, he would not have chosen to take his own life upon seeing you advancing toward him.
Great! So I was...
But, because of your actions, that is all we know. There is no way for us to know who he was, what he was planning to do, or if he has allies lurking about. The only lead we have is a scorpion tattooed on his arm. If this indicates that he was a member of an underground organization, we have no way of dealing with it. Are you prepared to be held responsible if his group commits a serious crime? Oh, I couldn't possibly.
What are you talking about, Professor? We didn't do anything wrong. Those kids might have been in danger if we didn't act. I couldn't just stand by and let that happen.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses, presented by Draco Breach. As you saw, I had some I don't need... some affinity increases. Heavy armor. Who could I don't... If Great Knight is in this game, that could... What are... decisions. Actually, let's continue raising her flying... Wait, that's a goal. Bernadetta has... okay. Maybe if we... Why? I'm confused, but whatever. There we go. So now that is a budding talent, and we don't have to worry about raising it too much more. I do want to go ahead and concentrate on it for now. Ferdinand has... Right. Because if there is a Great Knight, him riding on a horse with heavy armor might be good.
Enlightening. I am quite...
Good, so he's getting closer to that, and Bernadetta is getting close to riding as a budding talent. Good. Now, what do we get here? Pass? Excuse me, that's typically a thief skill.
I guess I've got some talent.
That could be useful. Huh. Okay, I have one more lesson that I can give. Hopefully that barking is not getting on... But I have no proof of that. Hubert... I am tempted to go ahead and raise this and... Watch it be... There might be a... magic-based lance in this game, kind of like the Levin's sword has been typically in, other Fire Emblem games. I can't remember if I actually... Okay. Why doesn't Edelgard get a bonus there? That is weird. Petra's the only one that gets a bonus there. Ferdinand's the only one that gets a bonus there. I think I'm going to go to Ferdinand and Bernadetta here. Yeah, that seems right. That seems fair. I am having a question. I wished for improvement of my lance skills, but I am having uncertainty about how to be training effectively. What should I try training? Try studying the movements of others for improvement. What would she like? I think we had somebody talk to her. She learns best by example, so that maybe? Yep, that was good for her. I guess Bernadetta did not have a question for me. Hubert? Sure.
Hello, Professor. You seem to be in good health. Of course. Doesn't seem intimidated.
What?
No,
He wiped...
not at all. It's just that I find myself a little concerned for your well-being. You see, Lady Edelgard has taken something of an interest in you. Don't be flippant. There is something you need to understand about the role I play here.
Ah,
One of my
nah.
many duties is to determine potential advantages and potential threats to Her Highness. If you prove yourself useful to Lady Edelgard, then all will be well. If you pose a threat, I shall have to dispose of you.
Good luck, my friend.
Yes, this is no joke. While I may be a student here, I am her servant first and foremost. Therefore, if an untimely demise is not to your liking, you would do well to demonstrate your utility with all haste. I should warn you that I am far less compromising than Lady Edelgard. Do not be at ease merely because you stand in her good graces for the time being.
I'm not worried.
Ah, such confidence. I'm beginning to see why you caught her eye. My family, House Vestra, has been sworn to House Resveld for generations. Since the dawn of the Empire, we have worked to protect the Emperor by any means necessary. Both in the open and in the shadows.
I'll be honest, if I'm going to romance anybody on this particular path, it would probably be Edelgard or Bernadetta so far.
If you incur our wrath,
Maybe
you
Dorothea.
will see just what I mean.
Actually, Petra's kind of adorable too with some of her interactions. Wait, he got full motivation from that? Okay. What? Ferdinand? Was I that close
Hello,
to a C
Professor.
rank on him?
May I speak with you? You seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least.
I mean, she's a good student, but she also has a lot to learn. Sure.
She is certainly talented. No doubt about that.
I don't think he liked that response.
But I wonder, what is your opinion of me? I am quite talented too, am I not?
You're a
Be
little...
honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house.
Oh. Honestly, I mean, if we're going purely by growths, this is the correct answer. But he seems to be a good student. I'd want to do this.
You think she is better than me? I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard, but evidently that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence.
Please do, because you have not been great so far. I can't stop you.
Precisely. You cannot stop me. I will prove that you have drastically underestimated me.
Oh, wow.
Do you think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor. We will
Okay.
begin with battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine.
Excuse me? She doubles most opponents. You can barely keep up with yours.
I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance.
Wait, have we been introduced to demonic beast yet?
Well, anything Edelgard can do, I can do better. And in half the time.
Again, she's faster than you.
Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go. 2 at once. That's... well, it will be fine. I can't do it. It seems you have saved my life. Thank you, Professor.
Well, that was worth it. The star means something. Please give me somebody who actually needs the faith skill. And you are giving me
They won't
one
notice
person
if
who
one
needs
person
it?
doesn't sing, will they?
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
I don't like that Bernadetta was there, but I'm going to give flowers rather than host a tea party because I don't really know the rules of the tea party. I haven't done one yet.
I'm ever so grateful.
And now we're going to
We
have...
can do it.
With the two of us, there is nothing to worry about. Amazing, no?
I think I got it.
That was Bernadetta with the rank up in... Yes, okay, good. Wait, she's a higher rank than...
Taught.
Oh, I see now.
Nosferatu,
I'm
good.
closing in on expertise.
Okay, I think... I know I'm switching around on goals, but Linda? Wow, I am getting
Hello, Professor. You
affinity
came
ranks
all the
left
way
and
to
right.
Berlin to- Oh. You've brought the materials from your lecture I slept through. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't miss the lectures.
It's not that I want to miss lectures. Exactly. Drowsiness is my arch nemesis. For some reason, I just can't seem to win against it.
And yet his metabolism isn't so low that he's,
Just talking about it makes me sleepy.
I mean, he doesn't really seem motivated.
It's not that I don't have enough motivation. The problem is that I don't have any at all.
Oh,
Not for
thank you.
useless things. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one.
Maybe so.
In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else.
Well, there is a Manakete, very possibly a goddess, sleeping inside of Byleth, so, you know...
Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
That would surprise me. I'm not a villain. Is that what you think?
Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest of yours? It won't hurt a bit, I swear. I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know.
Skip part of that dialogue, oops.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first. On that note, good night, Professor.
I also love how his room is a mess. His motivation might help. Maybe. Okay, so... I have support conversations. Didn't realize that she had...
Hey, Edie. Uh-oh, you're scowling again. You're going to get wrinkles all over that cute face of yours if you don't smile more.
Hello, Dorothea. I was just lost in thought. There are so many things to be done. To think of them makes my head ache sometimes. So many nobles of the Empire are utterly useless. When I am Emperor, I intend to appoint only those who can actually be useful. It doesn't matter if they're of noble or common birth.
Noble or common, eh? Can you really do that? I mean, not that I don't agree. I'd make all those nobles vanish if I could.
It's not a question of can or cannot. All that matters is doing it and doing it right. The nobility system has only been around for 1,200 years. The concept didn't exist before that.
1,200 years is still a pretty long time. People, you know, settle in and get used to things.
Only 1,200 years, huh?
Thank you, Dorothea.
You always say such preposterous and extraordinary things, Adi. Yet somehow you actually make it work for you. It's like you're a character from an opera.
A character from an opera?
I really, really would love a utility class like Dancer that could give extra moves. It's kind of weird that they're, well... Thing is, there wouldn't be really a good evolution from Dancer. So maybe it's in that, locked space. Huh.
If an opera is made about my life someday, I wonder how I'll be portrayed. The revolutionary who guided the Empire to a new dawn, or the foolish ruler who took her revolution too far.
Well, that all sounds pretty violent. But either way, it would make an incredible opera.
Talking about a revolution, yeah, that does sound violent.
Do you figure it'd be a grand action piece full of combat and strife? Or would you prefer a somber political drama? Hail the mighty Edelgard, the red blood stains her story. Heavy as her crown may be, she will lead us all to glory. To a brighter dawn we shall carry on. Hail Edelgard!
In Japanese, I can guarantee that the voice and song actress for Dorothea are the same, because that's kind of a requirement in the industry. But that voice did sound the same as Dorothea's speaking voice, so I'm wondering if maybe they managed to hire an actress who could sing as well.
That's quite enough, Dorothea. I'm starting to feel more than a little embarrassed. Lovely as your voice is, let's just hope that any operatic productions about me are still a ways off.
That was worth it. That was worth a little bit of humor.
I'm not finished with you. I am Caspar!
That's about right.
What's going on, Hubert? You need something?
I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
You yell before every move.
I know. I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Is that a problem for you? You scared?
Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll break it.
What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me.
As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone.
Ooh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk.
Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your insipid bladder. And what if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would utterly botch any covert operation.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I'm not going to answer that
I
question.
only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time.
Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce on the battlefield. Combat is tense and frantic. You will default to your training whether you mean to or not.
Hey, why don't you just shut up about it? I can control myself.
I can kind of see why they only have up to a C rank there. Well, my first B rank.
Bernadetta, if you have a moment, I would like to discuss what happened before.
Oh, my nemesis! The hour of fate arrives.
I am not here to hurt you. You need not even open the door. Just listen to me.
I don't have to open the door. Is this a truce? Okay. I like truces.
Thank you. I would like to apologize for sticking my nose into your business the way I did. I thought you might be unhappy all cooped up in there, and that maybe I could help. But I've had time to reflect on what you said, and I realize I was mistaken.
Oh, thanks for caring, but I'm fine actually.
I see that. I suppose that is what I'm trying to say. I should not have pushed you to do something that you did not wish to do. And for me to frighten you like that was unbecoming conduct for a noble.
A little bit.
Frankly, I am embarrassed by my behavior. I disgraced myself. As for my injury, you need not feel guilty or afraid. The sprain was a result of my own thoughtlessness, not anything you did. I have always strived to be a good person. But I suppose all that striving was for nothing. I failed in my duty as a noble.
Ferdinand?
Yes, Bernadetta?
I don't really know much about this sort of thing. But you shouldn't say things like that about yourself. It wasn't all your fault, you know? I'm to blame too. I hurt you. I'm sorry.
Really, it is fine. It healed quickly.
I love how she still bows an apology despite the fact that there's a door between them.
And it wasn't for nothing either.
I am not so sure.
I do like my time alone. Actually, it's more of a need. But you're right. I also need to venture out every once in a while. Maybe if I work as hard as you do, I can try it a little more.
Yes, keep working at it. You are already much more outgoing than you used to be.
When I mess up, or even when it's just a bad day, it's hard for me to step outside. I'm too scared. But the next day, I try again. Because I know that one mistake doesn't ruin everything. So you're still... I mean, just because you... That doesn't mean... I don't know how to put it. But that's how it is. So, the end.
What a graceful end to the conversation.
Hey! Come on, that was serious. At least I got you to laugh.
I am grinning way too much at some of these conversations. Where is this going to go?
La 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 la. Such lovely weather for painting.
Bernadetta?
Where did you come from?
It's just
What?
me, Linhardt. What are you doing?
Painting! Just painting. Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll just go. I'm going.
No need for all that. I just came out here to read. I'll stay quiet and still so as not to bother you. How's that? If you want to go, that's fine too.
I also kind of love how there's significantly more detail and attention in the models than in some of the textures, but that's weird.
I'll stay.
Say, aren't you usually holed up inside?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bothering you. Mad, aren't you? Really mad. I'll just pack up. I'll come before you know it.
Mad? At you? Never. I rather admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like paradise. However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernadetta, is a problem.
What? You admire me? Nah, no way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting? So you want to copy me, is that it? And what's a copy do with the original? Replace it! I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it. I'll fight you!
What? That's not... this is too much hassle. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry! Please help me!
So far, all for rank C's have ended in please don't kill. Okay. Okay. This'll be interesting.
It's peaceful here. Flowers are so calming. Just looking at these, it's like all the terrible parts of the day just disappear. If only people could be more like flowers. What's Byrne doing? She looks like there's something wrong. All these nobles are just terrifying. And the commoners? Just look at Dorothea. So pretty, popular, dazzling. There's no way someone like me could ever be close with someone like that. Byrne, are you okay? Dorothea! Did you hear all that? Just the part about you wishing you could get along with someone. So, Byrne, who you got a crush on?
Wow, that's what you get for only hearing about half of what she said. Less than that, actually.
Seriously now, you have to tell me. Who are they? Do I know them? I'm so excited for you, Byrne. No. I was actually thinking about being friends with you. Me? I thought we already were friends. That's not what I mean. Oh, I'm such a coward. I thought it would be great if we could be closer, but old memories just getting away from me. Byrne, whatever happened in the past, you know you have my full support. I'm here for you.
Are we going to have a noodle incident, or are we going to actually discuss what happened in the past?
We've been friends for a long time now. Please, just forget it. We'll never be close friends. Father would just... He would just... No! Wait.
I'm not sure I like her father.
Father? What did she mean by that?
I am really not sure I like her father. But that is it for the support and it for this episode. I'm probably going to do battle. And next week explore again. Because I don't really think I need a seminar. Yeah, I don't think I need a seminar, so I'm going to do battle and then explore. Well, anyway, for the time being, this will be Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.